I remember playing Super Mario Galaxy for the first time when my parents brought it home. Ever since then, I have been absolutely obsessed with the game, and it is one of my favorite video games of all time. So, I had a question. What is the minimum amount of enemies you could kill to beat the game? It is a kid's game, so it should be small, right? Well, we started our adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom and Bowser took Peach away. Unbelievable. We landed on the flower planet, caught some bunnies, and they opened the gate. If you're curious, the bunnies didn't die, they simply transformed into Lumas, so Mario isn't a villain yet. Rosalina then sent us to fetch a Grand Star. The first planet had Goombas that were easily avoidable, and then the first problem arose. This Luma said we needed the key that one of the Goombas had. They wouldn't hand it over nicely, so there was only one way to get it. Mario is now a killer. The next problem had a similar issue with a greedy Luma, and we killed another Goomba. Maybe Lumas are the problem. The final room was easy and we got a star. The first galaxy we could travel to was the Good Egg Galaxy. The first two planets are easy, but then Mario gets to this plant. Usually you have to jump on it to advance. I tried for a while, but there's no way to get to the next planet unless you kill it. This is gruesome. Up comes an evil plant, but with timed backflips you can get sucked into the gravitational pull of the next planet. Dodged a bullet there. That led us to Dino Piranha, who Mario needed to destroy. 4 kills already? How many life sentences does Mario want to serve? The next star involved a hungry Luma, and with careful planning, finding 100 star bits wasn't hard. After careful navigation on the next 2 planets, I avoided every enemy and reached the star. Mario got a star without killing somebody! Why am I celebrating? It's so terrible. This is where the challenge gets super interesting. I could go take on King Caliente, which is for sure a kill, or try Honeyhive. I decided to try Honeyhive Galaxy. Luckily, you can skip killing a piranha plant by doing this jump, and I eventually reached the final planet. Then came the first major obstacle of the run. At the top of the honeycomb was this guy, who you would usually kill and unlock a vine. But it might be possible to jump this. The bee doesn't get high enough, so I thought I might be able to take damage and do some sort of trick jump to get up there. And as much as it pains me to say this, and as unbelievable it may be, I'm a gamer! I woke up the entire house when I nailed this jump, but it was fun. Still, only 4 kills. Back to the drawing board. King Caliente, in my mind, has only 1 required kill, but the next Honeyhive level has 2. However, another level is unlocked after the Honeyhive one, so I tried Honeyhive. I stunned a Wiggler, but he was fine, and outside of that, nothing interesting happened to the tower. I navigated easily, hit the button, and saw the 2 fellas I had to murder. We don't talk about it. Good news though, Loop-de-Loop unlocked, and nothing can be killed here. 6 stars done. But quick, before we go, a little more of the soundtrack, please. Okay, thanks. Moving on. Big Bad Bugaboom was next, or Caliente. Didn't matter. I chose Bugaboom mostly because I knew it was a shorter level, and outside of the Big Bad Bug, I didn't kill anything. 7 kills. Flip Switch and a Hungry Luma appeared, and things got interesting. Flip Switch had nothing to worry about, and I went to do the Hungry Luma, but I didn't have enough star bits yet. Luckily, I could take on Megaleg. Every Pacifist video that I've ever seen has had technicalities, and well, so does this one. The Bullet Bills kill themselves chasing me, and so does the one on Megaleg. I feel nothing for their death. And well, Megaleg was a robot, so does that really count? No. No, it doesn't. This is my video. Ah, Space Junk Galaxy. I feel like I shouldn't like this one, but it's just so awesome. It's also awesome because there were very few enemies. 10 stars in, I felt like I was doing okay so far. Mario would be serving a lifetime in jail for sure, but hey, maybe in a 2nd or 3rd life he could see the sun again. I got enough star bits to feed the Luma and went to take on this sweet level, which had 0 enemies, making my job super easy. That is what we call a cakewalk. With a star, we unlocked Rolling Green Galaxy. This one took me a few tries, but it's possible to avoid all the enemies. There were a few sketchy parts, but it isn't terribly tough. We then unlocked Battle Rock Galaxy, and it was interesting because, including the other galaxies, we had 3 stars we could possibly get. One was the King Caliente, one was fighting Camella, and the other was Battle Rock. I tried Battle Rock, and wow, no kills. A prankster comet appearing Good Egg, and oh, speedrun for Dino Piranha. This would mean we would need to kill 2 more enemies, because that's what it was the first time. I decided I'd come back to this later if I needed to, and went back into Battle Rock Galaxy to break into the Battle Rock. I destroyed these glass panes for fun, and whoa, I could use these bits to do a new planet. Being the trash planet, I blew up some garbage for fun and got a star. Very convenient. Now to do Battle Rock normally. I broke some glass, talked to Illuma, and ended up inside the Battle Rock. I blew it up, shot to the star, and boom! 15 stars, and I can now take on Bowser. This was going way better than I expected, to be honest. Before the turtle guy was going to be fought, I noticed a new comet in Honeyhive Galaxy, Cosmic Mario Race, which has no killable enemies. Fortunately, it wasn't really a race, and another star was in the book. At our current state, we had 4 stars available to get. 1 in Battle Rock, which involved a Topman fight, 1 in Space Junk, which had a fight, and 1 in Good Egg, which also had a fight. The final one was Bowser, so I wanted to do that to see what we could accomplish after. Believe it or not, there wasn't a single killable enemy on the way to Bowser. That makes my job very easy. Bowser is a turtle of the people. The fight went smooth and Bowser didn't die. He disappeared. So, although Mario had some mistakes early, he has been doing pretty well since then. I'm so proud of you, Mario, and also amazed I can navigate it like this so far. Up next was Beach Bowl Galaxy. I talked about the soundtrack before, but man, this one is good. The first star was easy. There were only a few enemies toward the end, but it was very easy to avoid them. Second star was equally as easy. Get a gold shell and bring it to the penguin. Easy peasy penguin squeezy. I don't have a witty joke, gosh darn it, let's move on. An extensive knowledge of Super Mario Galaxy doesn't help me often in life, but for a pacifist video, it definitely is appreciated. Using my brain, I remembered a chest that opened a secret star. Although the cataquacks are annoying, this star was pretty simple. I saw one drown itself, but I don't know if Mario can personally murder one of these guys. Either way, Beach Bowl is going swimmingly so far. Now that I'm done messing around with secret stars, I stole the shell from a penguin and started the level normally. It was a tight squeeze to avoid these bats, but the rest of the level had no killable enemies. Without the temptation of murder, Mario had no chance to go back to his evil ways, so he got another star and left without a second thought. At this point, we unlocked 3 new galaxies. The first, Bubble Breeze, was exactly that, a breeze. Similar to the last one, no killable enemies. This makes my job so easy, and we blew around to the star. Before I could check out another star, a fast vote comment was ruling Beach Bowl, and well, you guessed it. No killable enemies. Mario is having a field day, and I am here for it. Another free star. With this star, we unlocked the next Bowser Jr. fight, but I decided to wait to do it. One of the earlier galaxies we unlocked was Hurry Scurry Galaxy, and oh god, we have an issue. For the first time in years, Mario has seen an enemy. It took all his might to avoid killing him, but somehow he resisted. Yikes. The last galaxy we could tentatively do before Bowser was Ghostly Galaxy. One of the first things that happens is when I walk into this mansion. This boo comes out of the wall, following me, and dies to the light. Once again, it was not Mario's fault, and I didn't do anything. Ha! Sucker. The next room was weird fire-type Goombas, which I can't kill even if I jump on them. If Mario was a menace, he would spin, but not today. Luigi cries for help, and Mario went to save him. No kills! Mario is a hero! This started to raise the question, would I need to kill anything else? Could Mario be a free man for part of his life? Luigi told me that I missed a star in Good Egg. Wait. Luigi, please, you can't be a Caliente killer too. No, oh god. Anyway, I went back into Ghostly Galaxy, and King Boo wanted to race me, with no enemies. Mario's getting good at this. Luigi already found me a star, so I went and grabbed it. Is he a killer? I hope not. He wouldn't tell me. Since the next star in Ghostly was Bouldergeist, I didn't want to do it yet. I lied. My extensive game knowledge comes in again. Shiny rocks don't mean nothing, you know. Hidden star time. Also, I didn't know you could go through this door early, so that's kind of cool. No enemies though, so we're chilling. Bowser Jr. is about to go down. Unlike the last 2 Bowser and Bowser Jr. fights, there were a lot of enemies on this one. The hardest part was the moving section, but with a crouch, it was doable. And then I got to the fight. This fight is unskippable to beat the game. It is mandatory. Every time you attack Bowser Jr., you need to kill a turtle. Every time. When you throw the shell at the ship, it disappears forever. So, being careful, I made sure to not miss a throw, but I killed 5 Koopas along the way. I'm so sorry, little guys. You didn't deserve this. Mario is doing so well too, and now he has 12 deaths on his hands. Bowser Jr. simply disappears, but still, what a terrible night for Mario. This one will be talked about in history books. The Great Turtle Massacre. On a brighter note, we now have access to 3 new galaxies. Gusty Garden, Dusty Dune, and Freeze Flame, all with 3 stars each. Hopefully we can navigate them scot-free. I started with Gusty Garden because, you know, the soundtrack, and immediately you are asked to kill a piranha plant. Gross. Let's try Dusty Dune. Decent start. Avoiding this Goomba was a pain, but not the worst. And then came these piranha plants. It took a few tries, but I got past it. After the plants, there wasn't much left to avoid in this stage. The sand was annoying, but that's Dusty Dune for ya. Halfway done, 12 kills. That's pretty terrible. Mario is a horrible being. The second Dusty Dune star was weird. These little guys decided to jump off the platform, and I had the big guy to deal with. He really didn't want to jump off, and no matter what I tried, he would not give me the Sling Star. I decided to come back later if I needed to, but for now, it wasn't doable. A hungry Luma asked for star bits, so I gave them some. There were a few enemies, so I got the gold shell and prepared to bring it to the chest. The problem was these ghosts, and after a few tries, I zoomed past them without murdering any. And the glorious Toad gave me a star. What a homie. I went back into the bedroom with Freeze Flame being my only option and Baron Burr. Everything I had left involved at least one thing I had to kill. I decided to continue Baron Burr because it was star 1 of 3, meaning lots of possibilities. Gusty Garden also had 3 left, but one of those 3 were a boss fight, and it wasn't the first one. Midway through, I remembered there was a hidden star. I burned down a pair of snowmen who were not living. This is fine. These bats were pretty annoying though. I made it to the top without killing anything, and boom, good start. Now to actually fight Burr. Getting up to him wasn't an issue, but yes, we had to kill him. Today must have been Friday. At this point, we could have gone after Bowser, but I wanted to see what was left in Freeze Flame. This first part was a little sketchy, but I avoided killing the spiky fire rock guy. The rest of the level wasn't too bad, as long as I was careful, which worked out great. Then, a cosmic comet was in orbit. Perfect. Nothing that I can kill. Another legally safe star. The next star, also in Freeze Flame, had a lot of enemies, but they were avoidable. And hey, look what it is! The cosmic race, but without a cosmic clone. The course was a little different, and this Goomba almost accidentally died, but easy peasy. It was time for Bowser. On the way up, there wasn't nothing I could kill, but it pretty much felt like it. Obviously, this turtle took my girl, but I can respect him for making the journey up here less complex and more of a Mario challenge. Respect, man. Respect. The fight is free, and he disappears again. Seeing as there's no levels that don't guarantee a kill, I wanted to check out the engine room. We unlocked Gold Leaf and Sea Slide. I chose Sea Slide to try first because, well, you already know. The music is just so good. Yes. Guppy is the only issue here, and we proved to him that swimming is our niche. Easy start. Somehow, immediately, there was a cosmic comet in orbit. Cosmic Mario wanted to lose again, so I laughed and said I'd stomp him. And, well, that's exactly what I did. Cosmic races have gotten a lot easier the more I've played. The penguins asked me to race when I revisited, and once again, I didn't hurt a fly. Sea Slide is going very well so far. Swimming must be Mario's therapy. Next came the Silver Stars. Not as bad as the purple coins in post-game, but still very unfun. But first, the Hungry Luma in Sea Slide. And I didn't have to kill anything besides my game. What on earth is this? Hello? I got back fine, but sheesh. The most satisfying star in the game. Now to actually do the Silver Stars. The star itself is just annoying. I like racing around this place more than intricately going everywhere, but it's fine. The only enemies to avoid were on the tree, and life is good. We unlocked Toy Time Galaxy, but I wanted to try Gold Leaf first. The first part isn't bad. Avoid enemies while picking up blue shards, which apparently are invisible to the bunnies. He hands you a star when you catch him, and Gold Leaf is off to a hoppin' start. Guess what time it is? Time to flex my game knowledge again. A secret star? It would be darn impressive if I killed an enemy here, but I didn't anyway, so it doesn't matter. The next one, dealing with Cataquax, is annoying but very doable. The end is tough to navigate the swarm of enemies on the ground, but the Cataquax helped me finish quite easily. The next level in Gold Leaf has a boss, so I ran to Toy Time. The first level in Toy Time was actually rather hard. There were a lot of things I had to avoid, and this guy told me I couldn't make the jump, to which I proved him wrong. We unscrewed half the robot and it blew up, and since it's a robot, I don't care about its feelings, and it doesn't count as a death. The next star involved going to find Mario, a journey about myself. There weren't any enemies outside of this that are worth mentioning that took a decent jump to avoid. Getting the star wasn't too bad either. One cool thing I saw is a hungry Luma, so I returned to it to feed it. Conveniently, I could do this star. It was pretty easy too. We are absolutely cooking. And hey, look, a fast foe comet. As you can imagine, this was the same as the last one, just faster. Another free star. It was almost time to take on Bowser Jr. again. Honeyhive Galaxy appeared in the bedroom, so I wanted to try that first. Honestly, I don't think it's possible to beat this while killing an enemy, so needless to say, I wasn't in a sticky situation. Also conveniently, I got enough star bits from that level to feed a hungry Luma. Sand Spiral Galaxy was and has been one of my favorite levels in any Mario game, and so it was a blast. It was a little annoying because I couldn't kill the Magikoopa, but wasn't bad. And being able to plow through these rocks felt awesome since it is clear Mario is a rampart killer. Currently sitting at 13 kills, I felt decent, even though Mario would be in jail for the rest of his life when he returned home. Luigi sent me a letter and we waltzed through Battle Rock Galaxy without touching an enemy. The Bullet Bill decided to run into glass, and honestly, you do you, man. I backtracked a bit and guided Mario to Boy Base Galaxy. I don't know what these Bullet Bill's obsessions are with running into glass, but once again, they did it. And I got another star. Since I was here, I wanted to try the regular star, and you won't believe what happened. I really hope they're doing okay. I climbed the tower, did a neato skip here, and this guy was nice enough to lend me a lift. This Goomba was annoying to avoid, but after that, I got another boost to the next planet. I unscrewed an evil piece of metal, and voila! A star. Finally, it was time to take on Bowser Jr.'s lava reactor. Remember how I said we would avoid King Caliente earlier? You can't on this level. It starts with a cursed Bullet Bill who took out the Goombas this time. The second one tried to tag me after, but ended up crashing into glass. Yikes. I wiggled along some nasty green metal and had to kill more enemies. Mario was doing well for a while, at least. 15 kills. Caliente's turn, unfortunately. He tried to shoot these evil blue guys at me, and luckily I dodged them. It was quite annoying to do that. This fight could have been an example of self-defense, but with 15 kills before this, there's no way the court would side with me. Mario has now murdered 16 poor souls. I unlocked the garden, which had 4 new galaxies. Hopefully I could get 5 stars out of them without needing to demolish somebody. We unlocked Deep Dark, Dreadnought, Melty Molten, and Matter Splatter. I started with Matter Splatter, which was the right decision. I had to avoid a few awfully placed Magikoopas, but it wasn't horrible. I tried Dreadnought next. Off to a good start, I came onto this area, which made it impossible. It opens if you kill the 3 enemies, but Mario is clean now. Not something he does anymore. Next came Deep Dark. There were a few immediate issues. First, there's a boss fight at the end, and second, you're supposed to go onto this planet to get a fire flower to move on. And avoid all these guys? Yeah, right. I decided to try my luck with Melty Molten. The first part wasn't too bad, but there were a lot of enemies to dodge. I then found a hungry Luma who made a Silver Stars planet. But there was an issue. Every Silver Star was guarded by something, mixed with rising lava. If I wanted to avoid these enemies, I needed to come up with a crazy plan. Or find a life up heart. I like that idea more. It didn't make a difference, and I ended up beating the planet with only taking 2 damage. 3 stars to go. Back in Melty Molten, I was going to try the same level without the Luma. I somehow ground pounded into lava and lived here, which was weird. And then this happened. God, I love this game. I got the Sling Star chips and climbed the rock easily and got the star. Next up was through the meteor storm, and to be honest, it was easier than I anticipated. This fire fella lit the lanterns, and nothing too difficult came until this planet. I wasn't sure how to get past the red guys, but the bullet bill in them decided to duke it out. Eventually, I was essentially alone on the planet, and the bullet bill crashed into glass. The ball rolling part wasn't bad, and I needed 1 more star. The last star in Melty Molten was a fiery Dino Piranha star, which was not good. Could I get 1 more star without killing somebody? The answer was yes, I could, with a Starbits grind. And lucky for me, I didn't have the best spot to grind these, which would be Sling Pod Galaxy. That's just fantastic. I can't imagine this was the fastest way of all my options, but I grinded in Melty Molten Galaxy for about a half hour and had to leave with the max Starbits, without killing anything. Real fun times there. And wow, now a common is available. Why couldn't it be available earlier? You know what? Never mind, I'll just take it. It's the same level as earlier, except I can't take damage. And once again, look how awesome this game is. Oh my god. I got the star, and boom, 60. Time to take on Bowser. Could Mario rescue Peach with only 16 horrible, gruesome murders? First part, easy. Second part, easy. Third part, easy. Fourth planet, simple. Fifth planet, light work. You know, maybe this wouldn't be bad. The next area had bullet bills to dodge. Wasn't too bad. And then Bowser. Give me my girl back. The first stage of the fight wasn't bad. Stage 2 was easy, and I didn't know you could hit him when he was standing, so that was pretty cool. The third ended with Mario smacking him into the lava. Why couldn't we find a peaceful resolution? Regardless, I rescued Peach, and she did not need to know I killed 17 people to get here. I got my girl, so it was worth it, at least until I'm back home. And oh! Bowser is still alive! It's not on my hands, only 16 deaths! I looked it up, and a first-degree murder is a minimum of 25 years in prison. So, Mario is only looking at 400 years. Not too bad. The Luma realized its mistake and left Mario forever, and the universe exploded. Mario woke up a hero in the Mushroom Kingdom, but just wait until they found out what he's done. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, I would appreciate it a lot if you could subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you later.